Noticed already, Facebook has changed their audience insights so they don't show the affinity scores anymore. And what do I mean by affinity scores? If you go into audience and let's say we use this wine lovers interest I have over here, and sorry, not audiences, but audience insights. And when you go there, as I showed you in the last videos, I said, look at the affinity scores down here. But as you can see now, it's changed. So the way I do this now is I still look at these, and it's ordering them from 1 to 30, or even further, depending on how they think it is, how good they think they are. But let me change this because I know that the interest I'm targeting right now is women 25 to 54. So what you do is, a couple extra things you can do is do the same thing, right? But then what you want to do is you want to find, okay, these look very broad still. I put in wine lovers, and it doesn't look like I'm getting very much wine stuff. So what if I put in some more, wine interest? Women in wine. Does it get a little better? Delish could be a good one. But it's still looking pretty broad. So I always still look up here. And then I'm just going to keep on putting in some new wine interests. And let's see what we can do. Let's see if it evens it out a little bit. Still looking pretty broad to me. Let's look down here. Food Network might be one. Tipsy Bartender might be a one. So if you can't tell already, I'm attacking the wine. People who like wine. So maybe I'll put a vineyard in. And we're trying to get them to give us some good suggestions. Still looking pretty broad. That may be because I have a big, maybe we'll take out wine lovers. Okay. And then here's another thing you can do is when you put things into your interests here, you can click here and then it shows you more stuff. Now this is only 2,000 people. I want to look for ones that are big. So a glass of wine. I would type this down in my list. And I'm in Power Editor now, and I'm just putting interests in the interest box, and it tells me more good ones. And I want to find big ones. So Wine Spectator, let me put that over there. Wine Enthusiast Magazine, that's going to be a good one. Okay, let's see what else we got. Wine.com, obviously. So this is actually, this is probably even a better way than the affinities because it's saying, hey, use these because they're huge. Wine tasting, of course. So you can see there's tons of these. Wine clubs, these are million people audiences, and they're just giving us this information because they want us to be successful just as bad as we want to be successful because they make more money when we make more money. Food and wine. And then what you can do, you can keep doing this, and you can see white wine. As you can see, I have like too many interests here to attack for this video. But you can keep doing this, and then, if you put in different interests, like this interest down here is a bunch of vineyards. So it's going to give me totally different, it's going to give me a bunch of wineries that I can target. So it really depends on what you have in this interest box. So what I would do is I'd go one by one of all your interests here, and I would just put them in like one by one, and then you look at these new interests. So for example, if I click duplicate here and I made a new ad set, this could give me an opportunity to test all of these. So let me delete all those, and now I'm just going to I'm going to type in Sutter Home. I know that's a big wine brand. Sutter Home Winery, okay. And then, look at all this. Barefoot Wine and Bubbly. Okay, that's a great idea. Yellowtail. I know these are both big brands, and I'm definitely going to target them. So, while the affinities are not there anymore, that's fine. There's other ways to find even better interests. So here we go. And you just keep doing this, and it's just, if there's one interest in there, you can see it shifted a little bit, right? It changed a little bit. But now if I put another interest in there, Kim Crawford Winery, now it's shifted again. So it's an unlimited source of interest that you can test. Now test all of these, one by one. As you saw down here, some of my ad sets had multiple interests in there. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I sometimes do it to start out just so I can kind of get broad interest, and I typically add a bunch of more interest than just one if the audience is small. So this has a bunch of interest right here, but that's because the audience was, at first, it was like 50,000. These wineries are not huge audiences, so I added a bunch of audiences. Now you have this nice list of interests, and I can keep going bigger and bigger. I'm not going to do it here all on video, but now I can, target them over here on interest, right? I'll put in Yellowtail wine. So here's an idea, Svedka vodka. Down here, it's still kind of broad. So let's put some more in here. Let's put in wine clubs. Let's put in food and wine. Let's put in barrel. Let's put in a glass of wine. So you can see the more you put in, the more you're going to get out. Now they don't look nearly as targeted as they were previously, but that's okay because you can just, find a couple from here, like, let's see, Jumbo Joy. I know that's targeting a lot of women 30 plus who also like these wines. Yellowtail is another brand of wine, so I'll definitely target that one. Copy. So now you're going to be kind of depending on not only audience insights, look at all of these top categories, and then you can look at all of these page likes, but then you just work it into your new ad sets, and then you look at the suggestions. So that's just a quick update for another way to find, more interest, especially now that Audience Insights has taken away the affinity scores. So other than that, let me know if you have any questions, and I'll talk to you in the next video. All right, bye-bye.